What's up, y'all? Thanks and welcome back to Roklan Reacts. My name is Roklan, and we are still in the process of looking at these videos that I get recommended all the time. And I know it's been a while. I apologize for that, y'all. But this I'll call it a line of work. This line of work can be a little bit frustrating because once I put up a whole bunch of videos, a lot of them will not only get demonetized, which doesn't really matter to me because I'm not monetized yet anyway, so I'm not losing money. But what is happening is they are taking the entire video down. So it's like I do a lot of work to put up all of these videos, and then they all get taken down. So you guys never get to see my reaction, and then it would be unfortunate for me to sit up there and try to do a first time reaction over again after I've already seen the thing. So that puts me in a spot where I get pretty frustrated, so I stop uploading videos altogether. But I know you guys usually don't want to hear all of that crap. I guess I've conditioned you to not need to hear all of the excuses of why a lot of videos haven't been up. So that was about the longest excuse that I'm gonna give. One thing is, someone in my comments, they were saying maybe you should start a Patreon. That way you can be able to watch the videos. You won't even have to only watch clips. You can watch an entire routine. And people who are interested in seeing me laugh at a video, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be many, but people who are interested, they'll never miss a day of my uploads. Excuse me. They'll never miss a day of my uploads. Maybe I can make a couple of bucks off of it. I mean, I won't charge much, maybe like $1.50, $2 a month, something like that. But that way, everyone involved, you, me, and YouTube, and the creators of the original thing, we can all be happy because I'm not displaying their stuff online. I mean, for free. YouTube can stop taking down my videos, and I can actually create something that gets seen instead of making things that are disappearing as soon as I create them. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go on to the video of today. Now, the video today, I've really lost track of all of the comments that you guys have been leaving me. I still have them. I just have to sort them out. But so in this case, I'm just going to just start at the top of all of the comments that I get. Now, the first comment that I have since I've been going was from Autonomous 810. He wanted me to look at Joey. I can't remember his last name. I was going to say Hindsight, but I think that was the person that he was talking about in the last skit. So his name is Joey. I know he's probably from Joe Rogan's Experience. That's where I've seen him before, but that's what we're going to look at. So let me get my screen right. Let me maximize it. And okay, here we go. This is my first time experiencing Joey Diaz, that's his last name. Joey Diaz, he's going to sleep with a one-legged woman, or he's not going to do it on screen, but he's going to tell us about it. So this looks like an interview setup of some sort. Let me make sure my screens are correct, and we are pressing start right now. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Here we go. Looking for the play button. Yep.
I'm saying, when you're fucking them and their one eyeball's hanging out, and they're like, when are you going to come? Because I come quick.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all.
I come in a minute.
Did you know that?
God, I really don't want to play
Potter.
that thing.
Did you know that he can't come?
Where?
Josh Potter can get it up, and
he can ejaculate
with a girl. No,
tremendous. That's even better.
he wants to.
Who
Though.
wants to come?
He wants to.
I want to drill a hole in their fucking eyes that they can't take it no more. You know what I'm saying? When you're fucking them and their one eyeball's hanging out, and they're like, when are you gonna come? Because I come quick.
Yeah.
I come in a minute. So if I could come in
Right there with you, brother.
If I could come in 20 minutes and just keep giving you dick, going from pussy to asshole to mouth, back to your fucking pussy.
Jeez, Joey.
Drill it back
That's
to
what
your
you're
ass.
doing? That's
No,
what you're
but
doing?
that's my fantasy. If I couldn't come for an hour, hitting you in the face, making you suck it, popping it out, hitting you, you're like confused. You don't know where you're going.
Licking
So he's never
toilets.
come?
He's
Well,
right
here,
there.
he's right there. Talk to him.
That's how it usually goes, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. It's an hour of fucking
But
straight dick.
he can only come if he jerks off. He can't.
Okay, then when you want to come, after the chick is laying there like she got shot in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Like she's laying there, the one leg is hanging, you know what I'm saying? Her mouth is stretched out, her asshole, it's still open like a dragon's mouth. You know when you fuck them in the asshole stays open.
Do I?
And then just laying there drinking milk, trying to recoup and shit. You're giving them like Gatorade, then
Yeah.
you just jerk off on the tits. and call it a night.
There you go, man. Why are we even trying to solve this?
Dude,
problem?
I don't think it's a problem anymore.
It's not a problem.
You
No,
don't?
yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Joey's
it's
convinced me. I mean, I want
Yeah,
to
it's
just
not a
mangle
problem.
some.
If you told
I'm gonna
3
mangle
chicks
something.
that you couldn't come, that you could give them each dick for an hour,
They love
you
it.
could get all 3 of them to show up at work and just keep going like
Look at
Don
that.
Henley style. You ever read that book? You won't work in this town again. It came out in '98 about a hooker who wrote about all her experiences, and she wrote about Don Henley. That she would go to Don Henley would order 4 bitches, and he would sit there at this table, like this was his table, and that's a fireplace. He would make them bend over. Don't even look at me. He wouldn't even let them look at him. Just look towards the fireplace and bend over. And he'd do lines of coke, and then get up, open up his robe, and stick it in you like 4 times. Then he'd sit back down again, and he'd do a couple more lines, and he'd have you there for 8 hours.
Dude, that
Just
could be your
bend
life.
over.
This could be your life, Josh.
God, I hope so. That's someday.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Like when I was younger and I did coke, oh, there was dick for fucking 4 hours.
Yeah.
You just were giving out dick. They're looking at you like, when is this gonna stop? And then when you do come, it's one of those long loads.
Yeah.
You ever have those loads? Like I used to be on
Actually
probation,
heard that.
and there was a dude that was like a GI Joe dude that failed the police test, but his assistant was a good-looking woman. Like she was kind of cute. If I was 30, she was like 38. Nobody talked to her in Boulder because she had like a wooden leg. Like her leg was kind of like she had like that little limp. But you could tell the bitch had game. Like she could suck a cock. I would look in the eyes and I could tell this bitch is deadly. But nobody talks to her because of the fucking wooden leg or whatever the fuck she's got. She got shot in Vietnam. I didn't know what happened to her. And she was very nice. I forget what her name was. I'd see her. I'd always flirt with her. But when I was doing, and I was in the probation, I figured out how to fuck with the piss test. I'm uncircumcised, so I would take like fucking pool cleaner and put it on my dick, and then pull the skin over it, and put like a tab over it, like a bread tab, like a fucking rubber band. And then when I would go pee, the guy would watch me, and I would take the thing out and just pee, and then pull the skin back, and all the pool cleaner would go into the fucking thing, and then I would zap the machine. They would always say to me, "This motherfucker's up to something." So he asked her. He goes, "Maybe you could see what the fuck he's doing." So I knew when I would call and go, "I'll be there at 4," because they would call you, and then you had to call a machine that would tell you what color was up. And if the color came up, then let's say your color is maroon, and they go, "Today's colors are green, maroon, and black." You would have to call in and tell them what time you're coming in. You had till 5 o'clock, but you had to make an appointment. Then she'd tell you, no. If he answered, that means he was going to watch you while you're pissed. But with me, they had mirrors around me. They couldn't figure out what I was doing, so they sent her in. So before I would go in, I'd fucking do a half a jerk in the car and get my dick nice and big.
Yeah.
And then I'd sprinkle it the fucking
Pool cleaner?
the pool cleaner or the
Well, it
fucking.
doesn't sting your dick, the pool
It did.
cleaner?
I got scars. I got little
Yeah.
holes in my dick and Drano. I
Yeah.
would grind it up. I would fucking put it under my dick and then pull the skin back, and it would fall into the piss test and zap it. But before I would piss, I would take the hammer out and show it to her. Like, what do you think? What do you think? There's something nice. And she would look at it and look around the room. And not like I knew I was going to end up sleeping with her or swapping spit with her, because I flirt with her. Nobody talked to the woman because she had a fucked up leg. So I'm off probation. I'm delivering Chinese food. And I'm slinging coke at the same time at the Chinese restaurant. So I would have you call the Chinese restaurant and say, "Can I talk to Joey? Yeah, what's up? Oh, you want egg drop soup? Whatever." The cocaine would be hidden under the egg drop soup, so that if I got in trouble, the Chinese people got in trouble. I didn't put it in the bag. This was when I was out already, out of prison. One night I knock on the door, and who answers the door? It's her. And she goes, "Oh my God, it's so great to see you. How have you been?" And I go, "It's great to see you." Man, I gave her a hug. And I put the Chinese down. And she goes, "What are you doing with your life?" I'm getting divorced. But I got the stand-up comedy, and I'm trying to deliver food to make a living. And she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. You and her broke up? Oh, you must need a hug." And as I started hugging her, we started swapping spit. And I touched a little monkey, and I could feel nobody had even touched a monkey in like 10 years.
That monkey.
Steam started coming up. And I started fingering that motherfucker like a savage and swapping spit with her. My hand was nice and wet, and I'm fingering her, got a pinky surrounding her asshole. And I'm working, and finally I put it down slowly, and I pop
Sorry, I wanted to stop for a minute. The best part is looking at this girl's reaction. I don't know who she is or what type of talk she does normally, but man, if she's like a decent person, the funniest part is just watching her react to this filthy story. All right, but yeah, and he's a storyteller just like the last time, and it seems like he's not even cracking jokes, but it's just funny stories. All right, but here we go. Let's get back. Hopefully this baseball works.
Pants, I take a tit out. She's got one big fucking damn sucking bitch.
Let me do this. Press J. I can go back
And
to
I'm
the
working
minutes.
on fingering that motherfucker.
Thanks for that. Let me go back a couple more times. Thanks for that.
I gave her a hug.
Thanks for that suggestion. Someone told me that if I just press J on the keyboard, that I can go back a couple of minutes. So, thank you. Let me see if I can get you. I know this is random, y'all. I'm sorry. Italo Trevisan. Thanks for that that tip. All right, but here we go. We're going back.
And I put the Chinese down, and she goes, "What are you doing with your life?" I'm getting divorced, but I got the stand-up comedy, and I'm trying to deliver food to make a living. And she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. You and her broke up. Oh, you must need a hug." And I started hugging. We started swapping spit. And I touched a little monkey. Nobody had even touched a monkey in like 10 years. Steam started coming up. And I started fingering that motherfucker like a savage and swapping spit with her. And my hand was nice and wet. And I'm fingering her. I got a pinky surrounding her asshole. And I'm working. And finally I put it down slowly. And I pop her pants. I take her tit out. She's got one big fucking tit. I'm sucking her tit. And I'm making out with her. And I'm fingering her at the same time. So while I'm fingering her, I take her pants down. But I go, I don't want to see what the other leg is. So I took the leg off of the good leg, and I left the fucking bad leg covered because I don't want to know what it is. If she's got like a pole under there, one of those fucked up feet. So I picked up a fucking leg and I started eating her pussy. The clit fucking was huge. I'm sucking on it like a piece of bubble gum. I look up at her and she's like this, Christine, like with her mouth open. I go, now's the time to put the helmet in that fucking mouth. So I switched up. I started two-finger Louie in her, and I went around her, and I put that fucking hammer in her mouth. And she didn't know what to do. She was like, And at that time, I was trying to fucking lift weights and shit, so I wasn't jerking off. Because somebody told me not to jerk off for your protein. I was retarded, dog. You know, I'm retarded.
Yeah.
And when I came in the mouth, it was one of those loads, Christine, that don't stop. You ever have one of those things?
I know,
And you're
Christine.
sucking it with your eyes closed. And then after a minute, you open it up because you're like, when is this going to stop? And I could look at her swallowing it, and it was endless. It was fucking endless. It was just a load of death. It was like a month and a half of not coming. There was Valium in there and Xanax and fucking
Well, it's been nice seeing you, Joey. Thanks for stopping by.
I shot a load in the mouth, and when I took my dick out, she went, It was like she drank a gallon of Mountain Dew. She looked at me. She started getting a little dizzy.
Oh my God.
I was selling Valium at the time. I was taking like 100 milligrams of Valium a night.
Jeez.
When I shot in her mouth to put her in a trance, she was glassy-eyed. She gave me a $3 tip, and I left. And I never saw her again. She must have ate that Chinese food and slept for a week.
Oh my God.
Oh,
You got any dates coming up? You want to
You can still
You got a Twitter
feel,
handle?
You
You
can
wanna
still
plug
feel what
that?
that nut felt like, I bet, right?
it was like a
I mean-
3-minute nut.
But wait a minute, you didn't even bang her? You
No,
didn't put it in her
no.
vagine?
No.
No,
Well, that's-
let me
He
tell you, the
unloaded
pussy
it.
eating was tremendous.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I licked her asshole.
Sorry, I blacked out at some point. I didn't listen
Sure.
closely.
Once I shove my tongue in your ass, you black out. It's like you're 14 and your uncle's molesting you. You know.
What the fuck, man? That is horrible, man. He's trying,
And let happen what's gonna happen
he's
anyway.
trying to turn it, make her fucking nuts. Look at her. She don't know if she want to laugh or not.
This is too good. Oh man, you're the best.
Take a shower.
Shit, my head
Joey
hurt from
Diaz.
smiling too hard.
Church of What's Happening Now.
Whew, he needs to go to church after that. You gotta
You go
repent,
to see
son.
him at the Comedy Store. Go his dates. Where did your website? I don't forget.
JoeyDiaz.net.
Jeez.
You're the best. You're the best.
So are you
I
guys.
love you so
Love
much.
Joey.
Christine, you lived that
she
road
was
when I
on
was
that
saying
shit.
it. That's why.
I did not
It
live
took you back to
below.
college like
I
one
did
time.
not. I did
When
not.
you got a bad
She used to
batch
fuck
of
a lot of Puerto
Hungarian dick.
Ricans.
Yeah.
I like Puerto
Puerto
Ricans.
Ricans.
Yeah, you got a bad batch of those platanito sperm where you just kept fucking swallowing, saying this is the worst pina colada I've ever had.
Probably wet.
Hi, Jeans.
All right, y'all, that
Did
was
you
it
like
for
that
that.
highlight? Well, you can watch an
just
entire episode here.
All right,
or
y'all. Thank you. Now I'm looking at Italo's name. I want to look at Autonomous 810. Thank you for suggesting Joey Diaz. He is a one-of-a-kind comedian. And it's like I'm used to looking at videos where people, like, you can tell they wrote a couple of jokes and they come up on stage and say them, but it seems like Joey just tells a long story that was tasteless. It wasn't even tasteless. It was tasteless, but I don't mind listening to a couple of tasteless jokes. That's always fun. So, thank you. It was like I said, it was so funny watching the young lady's face. You can't tell if she was disgusted, turned on, or what. And that uncomfortable look on her face, it really did it for me. But that is it for today's episode of, I can't even remember the name, Roklan Reacts. I hope you guys like and subscribe. And like I said, put in the comments if you guys would be interested in me putting a Patreon page together, so that way this line of work could make sense. Thanks again, y'all, and I'll see you next time. Peace.